This program is brought to you by thepodcastfactory.com.
You're listening to Death, Glory, or Disappointment, and I just want to jump back in. We've been having a discussion with Dan and Tega on why you can't do it alone, how you build a team, and let's get into the final installment right now. So let's talk about this, because you guys originally started working together online, but you said that you actually get more done in person. So can you talk about the differences in those dynamics and why you think you get more work done when you're actually in the same room together?
Well, do you know what? So you lead on this one, because I know my point of view.
For me, it's the energy, isn't it? Like, for me, it's the energy. It can be hard to discern how important something is whenever you're speaking on the phone. I mean, you can express how important it is, but unless you're in the same room, you get to feel that energy. Then you know, right? Okay, so he's actually quite serious about getting this done ASAP, because maybe it's something we need to do for Dexter, or maybe it's something that a customer is waiting for, or a coaching client is waiting for. So it's that energy, and again, I kind of think like I'm a bit of a chameleon, and I can mold myself to what needs to happen in the moment. So whenever we are on, like we were a couple months ago when we did the 2 days with Joe and Neil. Whenever we're on, I can raise my energy to that level, even though I'm quite laid back. I can raise my energy to that level and produce at the level that you need me to produce at. And then whenever we aren't on, it's a case of, okay, so it's back to walking pace type of thing.
And it works quite well, John, because there are days where, I mean, look, my energy, both our energies, like any human being, will fluctuate. And there'll be some days where, one of us maybe is, let's just say, less on than others. Normal. We have days on, and we like the other one will drag, and this is a team. It's not just us. We've got others in the team that we work with this as well. Our project manager was having some, she is fucking phenomenal. Leanne, hello, if you're listening.
Hey.
Stop. Anyway, you're a fucking dick at times, aren't you? Thank you so much. I can't do. Oh my god, I'm just turning. Right.
You just keep digging that hole.
I'm digging that hole deeper. Yeah. But yeah, so for example, Leanne is so thorough at what she does. She often kind of works herself up a little bit. And when she actually needs to realise the quality of her work is so good, I think she wants to do such a good job. She was always worrying that she wasn't. So understanding, like, every now and then, just sort of take her aside and say, hey, doing a great job, relax. We said that a couple of months ago. Yeah. Have the night off. We got it covered. Go enjoy time with your husband, your kids, just chill. So knowing when to sort of turn it on and turn it off is key. But equally, there are days where, I've got a lovely place in Brighton here. You like the seaside, don't you, Tega?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
It's a recent discovery of mine.
Yeah, so, Tega's not really lived by the sea before. And there'll be days where, I generally, Tega, how we work is I start my day earlier, Tega finishes the day later. And we've always been like that to cover our international clients. And I'll be downstairs fucking looking at memes like I always do at that time of morning. Tega will come down. We just both look at each other and we're like, yeah, let's fuck today off. And honestly, we'll sit there, we'll get up, we'll literally have a quick chat, figure out what work we've done, make sure we've got everyone served, and then we'll just fuck off and do stuff.
Well, you do memes and I play the Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I look at memes for 6 to 8 hours back to back, and I do things on the Xbox, yeah.
I'm in the Tega camp. I'll play Xbox too.
I used to, but then I realised that instead of it's all my stuff. This is I haven't played my own Xbox in my own fucking house yet. But it got to the point where I'm like, I could play the game, or option 2, I could outsource the game playing someone else.
There you go.
Pretend I'm doing it. But nice. Being off, and this is, like I said, I think we'll sort of touch on this in our next chapter, the final chapter of what we're going to talk about, which is going to be more on how we did what we did, sort of like the business growth and some of the kind of, Because at the end of the day, you got my right hand man here. We built this business, so we're going to kind of touch more on that on the next one. But a lot of people are seeing us and hearing us now as a finished product. The steps we've had to go through to get here are challenging.
It's been challenging.
Challenging.
It's been challenging.
Yeah, well, actually, we are in the third, so let's talk about that. Why don't you guys... here's the thing. I do magic behind the scenes. Dan, you've admitted this. You don't know what magic I do. It just happens. So let's talk about that, how you guys have actually built from the Cypress, fuck you, hang up, I hate you, I love you, all that stuff, to having a bigger team now.
So, okay, I think it was kind of, we had people in a supporting function.
Yeah.
People that we would, maybe we'd bring them in and they could have access to resources or some of my time or Tega's, or we'd pay them for, to do a project and stuff. And then I think we realized that I think every entrepreneur and every business goes to this point where you have to just look at each other and go, yeah, this is more than we can handle now. And again,
it's
being honest.
It's admitting you need help. I mean,
yeah, very true.
You went through it before the spurt of Coffee with Dan and Tega. I can't do this on my own. And then it was just a case of both of us actually sitting down and saying, yeah, it's getting a little bit silly now. We actually do need to bring someone on board properly. So.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, being honest, we spoke a couple of episodes back about me admitting that I needed help to sort my slightly mad head out. I've been denying that for all this period of time. Yet, as a result now, as I said, happiest to have been ages, because I'm kind of taking that steam now has so much to escape, or that valve is released once a week. And we've become really good at just being super open. Like some people would hide, hey, we're struggling with this, we're struggling with advertising, we're struggling with copy, we're struggling to keep clients, we're struggling to attract clients. We're just like, hey, we're doing good, this is where we're struggling, who can help us? And we found by being very honest and not kind of hiding things, not pretending we're doing better than we are, but just being really upfront with where we are right now, where we want to be, and who can help us, has been fantastic. And the thing is, because we've consistently been ourselves throughout the process, the people that are drawn to us know what we're both like. I mean, we had a team day. We spoke about this a little while ago. Team day had been start of the year. And again, the team, bunch of weirdos, absolute bunch of weirdos. But there are weirdos, aren't they? Like, we couldn't have got, honestly, it's like I'd gone, do you know what? I'm just going to fucking say it. It's like I'd gone for, I was going to say, what I'm now going to say is like the world gobstopper licking record. But what I was going to say was that I'd gone for the world's biggest blowjob record. And the thing is, that's not my thing. But I don't know why I said that. But anyway, we'd spent the whole day laughing. So we laughed so much. Like, genuinely, so many of us were complaining of jaw ache the next day because it was such a fun day. And the result is we've got the right people around us, because at each stage, and we're like, hey, we need support in this. Like, we've taken on, 2 or 3 kind of like sort of semi to nearing full-time coaches across like mindset and copy and so on and so forth, because we've grown so much, we need to support the growth. And so many people grow without these people in place. What we're kind of quite good at is spotting, okay, like we had this recent launch for Espresso with Dan about a month or so ago. We knew that we were going to take on a lot. We took on, just about the right amount. We're very careful how much we grow the group, because you don't want it to kind of cannibalize itself. But we knew that we need more people to support that before we opened it. So we kind of got everything ready beforehand, opened the doors, and touch wood. As a result, everyone's still really happy, and we'll be looking at opening again, another month or so now, which is great.
I think something that is maybe, I think you take it for granted a little bit because you don't see it, is because your zone of genius is networking. You naturally tend to surround yourself with the right people, so that whenever you do reach out and ask for help, you don't then have to filter the offer of help coming through, because you know that it's coming from the right people, and people that get you, and people that will do what you need them to do when you need them to do it.
And I think this is something that's been key, because I am myself in my groups and online anyway. The people that are drawn to me or attracted to me or join things, pretty much everyone who has joined the team has either worked with me, or I've hired, or they've invested in me, been one of my coaching programs or something. And as a result, we kind of got to know they know what they're getting themselves in for.
Yeah.
And that's been the key thing. Like the kind of, it's almost like sales, the whole know, like, and trust barrier. We've already got that. So you know what you're getting into when you go into the fucking Planet Dan madhouse.
Is that part of the job description there? Join the madhouse?
Lol. Job description. Okay. I will read you. Hold on. Let me just. Okay. Tega, talk. Just Tega, talk. I gotta find this message.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Who's the first person you hire? So Tega, you jump on board. You soon become Dan's right-hand man. Who's the next person that you look for when you are growing the team?
Oh, go on, you say, because I found the mail. I'm laughing at my own jokes. Sorry.
It was Alex, wasn't it? Because we brought Alex on to
Loco?
Yes.
We brought him on to help us with the notes.
Copy.
But Alex is now. Thing is that this is it. There's no like. He supported us. He was there for us. He's doing his own thing. Kind of now he's still part of us. He'll still help out when necessary. But ultimately, he is his own. He wants to do his own way, which is awesome. We support him.
Our little chick has flown the coop.
Yeah, but that's it. I don't see it. Isn't it for me because I come from that recruit back? I don't see anything negative to it. I'm like, cool. Hopefully you learned something and you got what you needed. We got what we needed. We wish you the best. And that's why you're still part of our hemisphere. But this person, Emma, who's now part of our team, so this is a message from a couple of months ago. So she has done everything the right way. We messaged her, she did stuff. And so this is the message. So you're going to be you'll be in the inner circle in 2 or 3 months, if that appeals. If not, no worries. Smiley face. Response, that appeals. Then there was just, some, like literally 1, 2, 3 screens, 3 little screens of stuff. My response, lol. Stop asking me things. Expect messages and expect to be thrown under the bus at the moment's notice. I do quite a bit more than you know, and things will just appear in your inbox. My advice, roll with it. P.S. Don't ask me shit and crack the fuck on. Love you, Dan. That's the job description in my world.
Sounds eerily similar to what I got.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? The thing is, I remember this, like when I worked for Ryan, obviously Ryan's super details oriented, but one day I remember I got a message saying, I need a sales letter written. These are the type of people I like the styles of. Like 8 bullet points on what the whole thing was, and 20,000 words later, it was done. Was it what he wanted? No. But he said, out of those 20,000 words, I think he kept about half, because he said he needed it, he just needed the bulk done to get him going, and then he could edit it. But ultimately, that's what happens. I've had calls from my mentor. I had a message just before one of these recordings where it's like, you got to be on a call, 3 o'clock in the morning, be there. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I don't give a shit. That's what I signed up for. Shit rolls downhill, not uphill. Not that shit. I don't question. And this is it. Same as when people ask me to do stuff. Like when I was, working underneath someone. It's like I don't expect people to do stuff that I wouldn't do myself and have not done myself. And that's pretty much my philosophy.
All right. So I think that ends our 3-part series. Anything you guys want to say as we're wrapping up?
I'm going to say for once, I'm going to show. Now, Tega has a tendency on webinars and live streams. He'll just suddenly unmute himself and he'll whip out some philosophical, sat on a stone on a mountain, wispy beard glory. So, ladies and gents, I hope you've enjoyed getting to know Tega. Like I said, he's my right-hand man. He is, and I've said this, my rock. He is the reason that I'm here today because he supported me and my vision to be able to do this. So I'm going to say, I don't give a shit. Do you know what? I don't give a shit.
You guys are so sweet.
I don't care. Okay. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little mini-series. A little bit of a departure. Tega is not going to be doing this again for the foreseeable future. It was we're not going to have guests for the foreseeable future. This is a one-off because we thought now would be a good time to share this with you. So I'm going to say thank you for listening, and I'm going to say, Tega, take us home.
I just want to say thanks for bringing me on. I greatly appreciate it. And my part in words of wisdom, you might have heard this before. You can fail at doing stuff that you don't want to do, as well as failing at doing stuff that you do want to do. The logical ones among us will sit down now and realize, why the fuck am I doing stuff I don't want to do? If you can fail at that, there's no reason why you shouldn't do the stuff you want to do. So I leave you with that, and Godspeed.
All right, that's a wrap for another Death, Glory, or Disappointment. We'll be back in your earbuds next time. Thank you for tuning in. You've been listening to Death, Glory, or Disappointment with Dan Meredith. If you enjoyed the show and you want more, then your next step is to go to iTunes right now and subscribe. And while you're there, give us a rating and review. It'll help us out a bunch, plus it'll bring you good karma.
This is thepodcastfactory.com.